Decision Plus has been and still is a leading stock market service provider. From training to coaching, we cover it all. Try both our software as well as our coaching site, completely free for 10 days without obligation. No credit card is needed to sign up for the trial. The trial subscription will be automatically canceled for you at the end. DecisionPlus.com, your stock market service center. Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try MarketGurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above. Market Vision Plus is the trading companion of so many investors. Make your fundamental and technical analysis easy with Canada's #1 stock market decision-making software. Research, decide, and follow your positions with Market Vision Plus. See the menus just above this program and try Market Vision Plus for 10 days without any obligation after the show. When it comes to day trading, Trader Plus is the right tool. Track 50 quotes simultaneously, create dozens of quick lists, display as many as 30 real-time intraday charts at the same time. Watch the action with candlesticks or bar charts as fast as 10 seconds. See the market by sectors. Use the chart models already prepared for you. Try Trader Plus for 10 days in the menu above without any obligation.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Swing Trading Show. Today we're Tuesday, June 30th, 2015. Today folks, we have a special guest. We have Mr. Stéphane Poirier, VP Marketing of Atmanco. Atmanco, it's this company here. Technically speaking, it's going to be a buy at 15 cents. What this company does is that they have built a software that allows to manage human resources. So Mr. Poirier will be there soon with us to tell us why his company should represent your potential next investment. We actually also have today on the market some, I would say, a fragile rebound. Not a rebound where you should change your exposure on the market. Actually, on MarketGurus.tv, we have continued to keep most and all of our bearish positions because today's rebound is so fragile, though, that we definitely cannot believe in it in order to open positions for swing trading, which means for the next 2 to 3 days. Technically speaking, it was expected because we have reached important support on NASDAQ. We have also reached the same important support also on the Dow. It's still weak, but however, we see that it cannot break that support with a lot of strength. Concerning the TSX situation, though, we are now rebounding after testing the low of this downward corridor. On this rebound, there are really few sectors that are starting a bearish cycle, that are starting a neutral cycle. I mean, there are some exceptions. For instance, the telecom sector is starting a neutral cycle, and it's simply because Rogers today, it's in a clear breakout. So it's a buying signal for Rogers, but there's a lot of resistance there, right? It's breaking this slight sideways formation, but this resistance of 44.14 doesn't really make me believe in Rogers. However, you know, it's a company, look how the stock moves. It's really a company that remains neutral. It's not a sector it's a sector where those companies still make money, but they don't make 10-15% in 2-3 days. So it's really a sector that's more calm, I would say. And Rogers is the one that is helping the telecom sector to start a neutral cycle. Now, concerning the resources, because those were the ones that were bringing the TSX down, today, the resources sector are having a rebound. For instance, the energy sector is having a technical rebound after testing the low of its downward corridor. This is why yesterday it was important to take some profit on your bearish positions on the energy sector. We did it on some positions on the energy sector yesterday on marketgurus.tv. Today with this rebound, we're still okay, and you should not panic, because as long as the sector remains within this bearish corridor, the trend is your friend, and so far it's bearish. Now, some stocks today that are doing some exception and are helping to fuel this morning rebound. Yes, there's printed 20 petroleum, but on that stock, there are two stops I see. First stop is $8, so we are 9 cents away from that. Next stop, $8.50. That's if the energy sector can pursue its rebound towards 211 points. So there's only 7 points to be gained maximum if this rebound continues. So for swing trading, it's still a no-go, not interesting. Now, there's some stocks that are starting to confirm on neutral formation, such as Meg Energy. The entry point is going to be higher than $21. Precision Drilling also as well stays neutral. So Precision Drilling, of course, to get in, the clearer entry point will be on the break of that important resistance of 875. I will not get in at 850 on a stock of like that. CFW has a slight intraday rebound, but continues to maintain their downward trend. And same thing too for Encana, slight rebound, but the downward trend is still maintained. Concerning Greece, there has been no important news except that the president of the Commission European, Jean-Claude Juncker, he proposed to the Greek prime minister, a last-minute deal. But the Greek prime minister said, you know what? No. We prefer to actually do a referendum on Sunday and let the Greek people vote. And so far, the situation has not really changed. The only good news in the Eurozone is because of the GDP reading for England. It's actually higher than estimates. Inflation slightly declining, which is not really good, but unemployment rate remains unchanged. And the major news concerning China is that finally their pension fund, a pension fund for most retirees in China, the national pension fund, will actually be allowed to invest in equities. So this will inject $97 billion in the market. It's a new way to add some liquidity in the market, because really China has tried many ways to try to boost its economy, but so far all those efforts have not yielded the results they were expecting. In terms of the news, though, I want to, as I see, the question bar is open. If ever you have any questions, feel free to ask them. In terms of news, we have one news here on Pacific Rubials. We know there's an offer, a buy offer on that company from a Mexican group and also a private equity group that was made around $650. However, RBC said today that the risk that the deal could not happen is present. So because of that, RBC told their investors, sell your share, get rid of it, because it's really likely that the deal might not happen. What we know in Pacific Rubials is that there are some Venezuelan investors who have a stake in this company, about I think 18 or 19%, and they are reluctant to accept this buy offer from the Mexican group and the private capital group. So the fight still goes on. Of course, with the comment by RBC, it doesn't help the company, and this is why the stock pursues its decline. Now, concerning the other news that we have also as well, we have one news on BitGold. BitGold continues to rise. 2 days ago, they announced that their platform, U.S. citizen, will be able to use it. That's a payment exchange of gold platform. Now with this market of the U.S., where U.S. citizen can access to this market, it's actually good. But today the news is that the former CEO of PayPal Canada will be the new CEO of this company here, BitGold. It's actually a good thing though, because this company, basically what it does, they have a platform where you can exchange gold for payments or for some exchange. And countries who face sanctions, for instance Russia, well, they can use this platform to actually make money or to actually trade. And it's actually something that is a way for companies to use gold instead of cash to do their trades. And I think definitely they're seeing increase in demand, and with the new this new person, Daryl McMillan, that has been added to the board, to the executive team, it's actually really great for BitGold. And it's a story to be that you have to continue to watch. Right now, the stock is continuing an upward trend. It's overbought. I don't think that it will be appropriate to get into a stock like that right now unless it can confirm that increase. And if it does maintain that increase, though, the thing is that with the weakening volume, overbought stochastics, I'll be reluctant. I'd like to see a clearer signal on a stock like that. So maybe another stabilization phase and get in on the breakout of this other stabilization phase on a stock like Bitgold. So far, I would not consider that stock as a buy. Concerning gold, gold testing its support, we recommended at opening HGD on our most active ETF on MarketGurus.tv, expecting that gold could start a breakdown, but it didn't. Gold stayed neutral, and so far the sector too as well is having a slight intraday rebound. Of course, the fears concerning Greece are still present. Now, medium to small cap stocks are the ones that continue to resist. Dator Gold, for instance, not Gold Corp, not Kinross Gold, but a stock like Lakeshore Gold remains within its Saturday formation. Kirkland Lake Gold as well still remains neutral, rebounding slightly. Entry point 591. Elsewhere, we do have other stocks like what? Like Guyana Goldfields that also stays neutral, 408. So stocks like Guyana Goldfield, a stock like Dator Gold, a stock like a Lakeshore Gold, those stocks will only be interesting if ever we could have the gold sector, XTTGD, that can at least go above 155 because we will have the reversal of this downward trend. So those gold stocks, small cap stocks, should be put on your watch list just in case we have that confirmation. In terms of the other news that we had, though, we had the GDP reading in the Canadian side, negative reading, minus 0.1%. And other than that, not really big news except for this news here. There's a rumor that this company here, Advance, they went up because there's a rumor that Kid Guru, that Microsoft will buy them. There's a rumor that Microsoft will buy them, but it's only a rumor, and this is why the stock has surged for the last few days. Besides that, folks, today it's a day where it's more conducive for profit-taking opportunity or to close your non-performing positions. One of them, for instance, that we got rid of on MarketGurus.tv, which is in our analyst choice portfolio, which is not anymore, is DHT Holding, which broke down its support. So that's a stock where you should clearly get out of it.
Find answers to your questions by emailing your host at btm@decisionplus.com.
5 good reasons to manage your investments with National Bank Direct Brokerage. Commission fees fixed at $9.95 anytime for all clients and starting at only $6.95 for active investors. No administrative fees if you hold at least $20,000 in your accounts. Registered accounts available in U.S. currency. Powerful tools to help you manage your portfolio. Award-winning customer service and satisfaction levels amongst the highest in the industry. To learn more, visit nbdb.ca or call us now.
Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try MarketGurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above.
So welcome back, folks. So as I said, the question bar is open. If ever you have any questions, feel free to ask them. Now, Bear here, he bought HXD at 468. So HXD at 468 around this area here. You're gonna dump it if less than 450 or wait for a break below 442. So 442, that's around here. Ooh, 442 is gonna be far. I think 450 will be, depends on your investment horizon though, right? 450, of course, it's clearly, if you're really on a short term, 450 should be your exit point. If you're in a medium term, I would say that 450 should be a point where you should reduce, 442 you should get out. However, I will still keep it and take some profit while the ETF can maintain its upward trend. Because look at here the TSX. TSX situation is rebounding today after testing the low of its downward corridor, which is also corresponds to the 50% Fibonacci retracement. So this first rebound is not credible enough to confirm a bottom on the TSX. There's still a risk that we might go down after stabilizing for 2-3 days. And if we go down, the next target now becomes 14,271, which corresponds to the 38.2% retracement. So there's about 300 points to be lost on the TSX if the downward momentum continues. For those reasons, I will continue to keep HXD. It might be frustrating because we have this rebound, but this is something you should expect a correction for the next few days on HXD. But watch the TSX though. We strongly believe that the TSX still has some potential on the downside to potentially reach 14,271. But before that, we're going to have a stabilization phase. But we cannot say that today's rebound is the beginning of this stabilization phase on the TSX. And because of that, I will keep HXD, but make sure you take some profit along the way on a stock like that. So the questions that I'm answering, folks, are only the ones in English, because this is an English show. Now, one director of Prometic just bought $2 million of their own shares. What will be your thoughts on that? Thanks, Chris. Well, he believes in the company. He bought some shares. You know, people do that every day. Insiders buy some shares of the company. And I think it's a way to align investors' interest with the directors, shareholders' interest with the board's interest. It depends, of course, on the time or the laws that governs those buying of those shares. So which means that one good way, a good practice is that when a director buys the shares, that usually he has a long time horizon before he can actually sell those shares. If he buys them and sells them quickly, well, that might raise some doubts. But I think you need I don't know which director bought it. I don't know where you find that news. But what I would suggest you to see is to see, okay, this director bought the shares recently. Now, how long is he going to sell it? So you're going to have to maybe monitor what are the insider trading on Prometic Life Science. But just roughly like that, I would say that when a director is buying some shares of his company, it's usually a good news because he believes in the company, and it's a way to align the shareholders' interests with the director's interests, with the board's interests, because the board's interests, if you're buying some shares, he wants the stock to do well. So he's going to make sure that he takes the decisions, it disciplines the executive to make sure that they always take decisions that maximize the shareholder value, because he's also a shareholder. Now, is it a good time to buy Anne? That's Anon who asked that. Anne is neutral. I don't know what happens. I don't know if they have a buy offer on a stock like that. Right now, I see more selling pressure on the stochastics on a stock like that. The stock is neutral. I think the clear buying point on that stock is around $48, $48.95. Sorry, AMRN. My bad. Sorry, AMRN, Anon. Okay, AMRN. AMRN is it time to buy? AMRN is neutral. 260 is going to be the go on a stock like that. However, let's put an indicator I love there, which is the volume on balance. See if within this side of formation, do we have an increase in volume? Let's put it here. Not so clear, not so clear. So for those reasons, I will hesitate. I would like to see the stock breaking 260. Two things I would like to see. Stochastics, 93 stochastics towards 30-40%. And also I'd like to see the volume on balance on that stock too as well starting to increase. So the volume on balance, if it could start to be towards more here. Where's the volume on balance? Is it here? Okay, it's here. So if the volume on balance could slightly increase, that would be more interesting on a stock like AM or N. Technically speaking, 260 will be a buy, but so far, I don't think that this wave of buyers that we've seen is convincing enough to consider that stock as a buy, but it's a stock you should put on your watch list. It can be explosive though, so there's some good money to be made potentially on that stock if it confirms the break of its resistance of 260. So I'm going to take the questions of HVU and BBD.B tomorrow, because today we have an interview with Mr. Stéphane Poirier, VP Marketing of Atmanco. Now, as for the day trade of the day, it's that stock here I'm going to show you. It's BLRX. So that stock gave several entry points. It was purely a day trading opportunity. I don't think that the stock right now can actually give another entry point because we're stuck there. So the new entry point is going to be higher than 273. And what made me doubt that the stock could surge higher is because we have weakening volume and a stochastic that's so close to the overbought situation that I don't think we could have a wave of buyers that could allow the stock to make a new high. But if you had marketgurus.tv, got it at opening when we recommended that stock, well, you had 2 entry points and a possibility to take some profit on a stock like that. Now stay there, folks, because we're going to have Mr. Stéphane Poirier, VP Marketing of Atmanco.